hold on. Let me show you guys something. This is going to change your life, right? So when you're on your step for your foundation, this is how I place my foundation down. Just like that. And then as it's still on your face, you want to spray with your setting spray. Let it dry. Go like, let it dry just a little bit as it's still a little bit damp. You guys, this literally changed my whole life. Hold on. The funny thing about this is when I did it for the first time, it was actually an accident. I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing, and I had placed.
If you wear makeup, watch. Change your whole routine and try this instead. Moisturize first. Then after moisturizing, take some translucent powder. I usually use the Fit Me one, and I just lightly dab it all over my face. Not too much. Then take some setting spray. It could be any setting spray. I usually use the NYX one. After the setting spray, take a primer and just put your primer. Also, wait for the setting spray to dry first. Then just put on your foundation and just see what happens and how amazing your fucking makeup is gonna look. And it's gonna stay on 24/7.
What did I just witness? That coverage looked amazing. We're trying it. I have the translucent powder from the Korean case, Anastasia Beverly Hills Foundation in 160C. We're going to mix these suckers up and see if we can get that coverage. Also, just FYI, I have dry skin, so we're going to see if this hack works for dry skinned people like myself. I'm going to slap my brows on and I'll be back. This feels so wrong. I may have added too much translucent powder, but we're just gonna go. Okay, so beauty filter is off and we're gonna see how it covers. Okay, so the coverage is bomb so far. So let me finish my face and I'll come back. Beauty mode is still off, no filter. My skin looks freaking amazing right now. I'm gonna do the rest of my makeup, see how it mixes with the other powders and stuff, and I'm gonna come back with the final review. This is a yes for me, 10 out of 10.
What do you do if you get your foundation home and it's the wrong shade? What you're going to do is grab your bronzer stick. Most people have one. Put it on the back of your hand like this. Put a dot of your foundation on the back of your hand. Mix it together and then you've got a custom shade foundation. Most brands now will actually make the pigments themselves. So this is Revolution and this is a Cover FX, just to give you an idea. You just put a drop in until you get the foundation color that you want. I'd start with maybe 2 drops of foundation to 1 drop of color. Keep mixing until you get where you want to get with that. The other thing you can do is you can use a concealer. So if you've got a concealer that's a little bit too dark, try adding that into your foundation. That might work. And the reverse, if your foundation's a little bit too dark for you, try adding in a lighter concealer and see how you go. Let me know how these tricks go for you.
Why do I have blue foundation? Let me show you why I have blue foundation. Technically, it's not a foundation. It's a mixing pigment, but more on that in a second. Oh, and by the way, in case you're wondering, yeah, it's blue. All right, so you have a foundation, I have one here, and it's a little too warm. It's a little too yellow. I'm gonna do this side. I'm gonna show you how to fix it. This is not my shade, and I'm gonna end up looking like a banana in the pajamas. I also picked a drugstore one because we don't know what we're grabbing at the drugstore, but this is gonna help. Squeeze some out on my hand. Let's do 1 pump of the blue. Oh my goodness. Mix that up. It's gonna neutralize those warm tones. Look how much more neutral it is now. Ah, it's so cool. Look at that. I switched my foundation brush. I don't want to mix that yellow side with this side. And here we go. It's the match for me. So if you're still not sure about picking out your shade at the drugstore, just go ahead and grab one of these to fix it. More on color correcting on my IGTV.
If you wear makeup, watch. Change your whole routine and try this instead. Moisturize first. Then after moisturizing, take some translucent powder. I usually use the Fit Me one, and I just lightly dab it all over my face. Not too much. Then take some setting spray. It could be any setting spray. I usually use the NYX one. After the setting spray, take a primer and just put your primer. Also, wait for the setting spray to dry first. Then just put on your foundation and just see what happens and how amazing your fucking makeup is gonna look. And it's gonna stay on 24/7 and it's not gonna crease. It's a technique that's probably still used by so many other people. I heard that it's been used for like a long time, but I just found out about it. And honestly, look, I don't have the beauty filter on.
Is it just me? Or do y'all just have like a bunch of matte foundations just sitting in your drawer that you don't use because you don't wear them anymore? But you want to use them because you have them, but you don't like wearing full coverage matte foundations? Well, I have a secret. Combined any facial oil. This one is my favorite. Put up your hair so your foundation doesn't get in your face. Mix your foundation and your favorite oil and apply with a sponge to get more of a dewy consistency. Adding oils also don't mess up the wear time, so you can still look flawless all day. Like, boom, hello.
Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to find your undertone when shopping for foundation. There are three main undertones in foundations. These are cool, warm and neutral. So how do you find out what yours is? The easiest way to find out is to have a quick look at your wrist. If your veins are blue, you are more likely a cool undertone. If they are green, you are more likely a warm, and if you have the mixture of two, then you are more likely neutral. If you're still a bit confused, grab your jewellery bag and have a look at this hack. If you find yourself picking out gold jewellery more, you're probably a warm undertone. If you find yourself choosing silver, you're probably cool. And if you have a mixture of the both, then you're probably a neutral. I hope this helped you guys out. Let me know in the comments what your undertone is.
We've been dancing for so long under the stars. I feel that the grass will cut through my skin. We've been dancing for so long under the stars.